Polymerase chain reaction is a method widely used to rapidly make millions to billions of copies of a specific DNA sample, allowing scientists to take a very small sample of DNA and amplify it to a large enough amount to study in detail. PCR was invented in 1983 by the American biochemist Karya Mullis at Cetus Corporation. It is fundamental to much of genetic testing, including analysis of ancient samples of DNA and identification of infectious agents. Using PCR, copies of very small amounts of DNA sequences are exponentially amplified in a series of cycles of temperature changes. PCR is now a common and often indispensable technique used in medical laboratory research for a broad variety of applications, including biomedical research and criminal forensics. The majority of PCR methods rely on thermal cycling. Thermal cycling exposes reactants to repeated cycles of heating and cooling to permit different temperature-dependent reactions, specifically DNA melting and enzyme-driven DNA replication. PCR employs two main reagents, primers and a DNA polymerase. In the first step of PCR, the two strands of the DNA double helix are physically separated at a high temperature in a process called nucleic acid denaturation. In the second step, the temperature is lowered and the primers bind to the complementary sequences of DNA. The two DNA strands then become templates for DNA polymerase to enzymatically assemble a new DNA strand from free nucleotides, the building blocks of DNA. As PCR progresses, the DNA generated is itself used as a template for replication, setting in motion a chain reaction in which the original DNA template is exponentially amplified. Almost all PCR applications employ a heat-stable DNA polymerase, such as Taq polymerase, an enzyme originally isolated from the thermophilic bacterium Thermus aquaticus. If the polymerase used was heat-susceptible, it would denature under the high temperatures of the denaturation step. Before the use of Taq polymerase, DNA polymerase had to be manually added every cycle, which was a tedious and costly process. Applications of the technique include DNA cloning for sequencing, gene cloning and manipulation, gene mutagenesis, construction of DNA-based phylogenies, or functional analysis of genes, diagnosis and monitoring of hereditary diseases, amplification of ancient DNA, analysis of genetic fingerprints for DNA profiling, and detection of pathogens in nucleic acid tests for the diagnosis of infectious diseases. PCR amplifies a specific region of a DNA strand. Most PCR methods amplify DNA fragments of between 0.1 and 10 kilobase pairs in length. Although some techniques allow for amplification of fragments up to 40 kbp. The amount of amplified product is determined by the available substrates in the reaction, which becomes limiting as the reaction progresses. A basic PCR setup requires several components and reagents, including the reaction is commonly carried out in a volume of 10 to 200 microliters in small reaction tubes in a thermal cycler. The thermal cycler heats and cools the reaction tubes to achieve the temperatures required at each step of the reaction. Many modern thermal cyclers make use of the Peltier effect, which permits both heating and cooling of the block holding the PCR tubes simply by reversing the electric current. Thin-walled reaction tubes permit favorable thermal conductivity to allow for rapid thermal equilibrium. Most thermal cyclers have heated lids to prevent condensation at the top of the reaction tube. Older thermal cyclers lacking a heated lid require a layer of oil on top of the reaction mixture or a ball of wax inside the tube. Typically, PCR consists of a series of 20 to 40 repeated temperature changes, called thermal cycles, with each cycle commonly consisting of 2 or 3 discrete temperature steps, and followed by one hold at the end for final product extension or brief storage. The temperatures used and the length of time they are applied in each cycle depend on a variety of parameters, including the enzyme used for DNA synthesis, the concentration of bivalent ions and DNTPs in the reaction, and the melting temperature of the primers. The individual steps common to most PCR methods are as follows. To check whether the PCR successfully generated the anticipated DNA target region, agarose gel electrophoresis may be employed for size separation of the PCR products. The size of the PCR products is determined by comparison with the DNA ladder, a molecular weight marker which contains DNA fragments of known sizes, which runs on the gel alongside the PCR products. As with other chemical reactions, the reaction rate and efficiency of PCR are affected by limiting factors. Thus, the entire PCR process can further be divided into 3 stages based on reaction progress. In practice, PCR can fail for various reasons, in part due to its sensitivity to contamination causing amplification of spurious DNA products. Because of this, a number of Tecan